Russia secretly offered Afghan militants bounties to kill American troops, U.S. intelligence says.
Here's a summary of the article.
Washington, American intelligence officials have concluded that a Russian military intelligence unit secretly offered bounties to Taliban-linked militants for killing coalition forces in Afghanistan, including targeting American troops, amid the peace talks to end the long-running war there, according to officials briefed on the matter. Officials developed a menu of potential options, starting with making a diplomatic complaint to Moscow and a demand that it stop, along with an escalating series of sanctions and other possible responses, but the White House has yet to authorize any step, the officials said. An operation to incentivize the killing of American and other NATO troops would be a significant and provocative escalation of what American and Afghan officials have said is Russian support for the Taliban, and it would be the first time the Russian spy unit was known to have orchestrated attacks on Western troops. While officials were said to be confident about the intelligence that Russian operatives offered and paid bounties to Afghan militants for killing Americans, they have greater uncertainty about how high in the Russian government the covert operation was authorized and what its aim may be. Some officials have theorized that the Russians may be seeking revenge on NATO forces for a 2018 battle in Syria in which the American military killed several hundred pro-Syrian forces, including numerous Russian mercenaries, as they advanced on an American outpost. American intelligence officials say the GRU was at the center of Moscow's covert efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. In the months before that election, American officials say, two GRU cyberunits, known as 26,165 and 74,455, hacked into Democratic Party servers and then used WikiLeaks to publish embarrassing internal communications.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than the intelligence finding was briefed to President Trump, and the White House's National Security Council discussed the problem at an interagency meeting in late March, the officials said. Trump has known about this since March, and Trump's response is to try to invite Russia back into the G7.
Look, I asked him very powerfully. He said they didn't do it. They didn't do it. I can't think of a reason why they would want to do it, paraphrased from memory, poorly.
He said that Putin was very strong and very powerful.
Jesus, Donald, quit flirting and just suck his dick already.
Donald looks like Nathan from South Park.
Shut up MIMSYYYYY.
Rudy is totally his mimsy, always trying to follow his boss orders and fucking them both over with some dumb shit.
Black Lives Matter wanna take your houses. Rudy, I used to be respected, Giuliani.
Okay, Trump's law says that if you have to ask, did Trump really say that? The answer is always yes. I'm tempted to ask you if Giuliani actually said that, but I don't know if Trump's law extends to his associates.
He did. I would link, but I keep getting those AMP links. Search Giuliani Black Lives Houses.
Also, can we talk about how, according to the article, the GRU unit they think were doing this, Unit 29,155, were also involved in the nerve agent poisoning of Sergei Skripal in the UK, former GRU officer, British double agent, in 2018, an attempted coup in Montenegro in 2016, poisoning of a Bulgarian arms manufacturer in 2015. This is some fucking Tom Clancy shit. Rogue State does not begin to describe this stuff, plus all the US 2016 election meddling, plus Brexit medline, plus general cyberwarfare. They're literally the villains from a 90s RTS.
Whenever I see mention of the Salisbury poisonings, I like to point out that when Trump met Theresa May, he informed her that he had assurances from Putin that Russia was not involved with the attacks on the two Russians using Russian nerve agent whilst Russian secret agents were in town. I'm sure she was impressed with his great deductive powers and intellect and chose to believe him and ignore her own police, MI5 and MI6.
Plus the US intel community shares very heavily with British intel, so May had probably seen the CIA report saying Russia did it as well, lol.
To be fair, Trump never read those.
They have to be presented to him in meme format through a tweet.
That's for other stuff. The president doesn't take security briefings. He just doesn't do it.
I believe his justification is that he's smart enough to not need briefings.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.